Hello, SolarLune here, and this is a game I'm working on called Sustain. Sustain is a Geometry Wars-like arena shooter that I'm working on making alongside Valkian. I'm going to make a video about Valkian pretty much next and upload that as well so you can see the improvements I made on it. It's turning out well. Okay, so we're getting right into it. So this is a Geometry Wars-like arena shooter. I have a few different enemies implemented. The pink enemies just wander around, the red enemies are mines, you get close, and they follow you around until they explode and take out a massive chunk of damage. So you can use right stick to aim and R1 or the right bumper if you're using an Xbox controller to shoot. The left bumper is your, or L1, is your special ability. And my special ability for this ship is dash. So I'm planning to have different ships that will have different abilities. And basically just kind of expanding on the Geometry Wars feeling with more stuff, with more content, so that it's a more interesting game overall. Currently, I've only been making it for about a month or for about 2 months, and it's going pretty well. I'm getting things implemented at a pretty good rate. I've got experience points. That's the yellow things you see me picking up. I've got a gate GUI at the upper left corner. I've got leveling and things like that. You see me level up right there. And as I level up, you see my ship change its form. At the beginning, it was kind of like just a normal triangle shape, kind of an elongated triangle, and now it's kind of a decked out, yeah, kind of design. It's called the ship is called the Shark's Tooth, so that kind of is what it looks like right now, for lack of a better example to think about. So yeah, it's very much. Again, I hope to expand with more content, with more things. Currently, I've only implemented the gamepad. I'll implement keyboard and mouse next, but I think I would rather hold off until the Blender Player Mac ghosting issue is fixed. There's an issue where I can't use where the keyboard rather lags behind and doesn't always catch input while you're playing a game with. Made with Blender, get that guy, on Mac. So hopefully that issue will be fixed. I'd rather have that issue fixed before I implement a keyboard and mouse, because otherwise I would have to hold back on the Mac port of things, and I kind of wonder how I should approach things. Some people, for example, say, oh well, I'll make the Mac or Linux ports of games once they're finished. Basically, let me just focus on Windows for right now. That's a completely fine way to do things. That's I see why they do that, because handling multiple platforms is literally, you can triple the amount of problems that can go wrong. Especially when you think about things like, oh, Linux is not case sensitive, or I'm sorry, Linux is case sensitive and Windows isn't. So if you refer to any paths in your audio or anything like that, it will show up as working on Windows, but you port it to Linux and every path will instantly fail if the paths aren't exactly correct. So it's kind of little issues like that crop up and can really cause problems for development. But anyway, yeah, so hopefully that issue will be fixed, and then I'll see about adding keyboard and mouse controls, or I'll do it anyway and just wait until I'm further along in development and more stable with the gameplay to port to Mac and Linux. But I do wish to do that. So anyway, this is yeah, it's already, as you can see, getting really hectic. It's every enemy is spawning in waves, and that's not how it's going to work for this game mode, where I'm in basically a confined space like this. It'll be much more gradual, because right now it's like they're spawning like 50 enemies in a single go, and that's not really how the game is going to work for this classic mode, where basically you just run around and shoot stuff. There will be different game modes. This one, like I said, will be classic, where I won't have experience points. It'll just be points that you get, like a little counter at the top, like normal games, a score attack kind of mode, and you just kind of try to sustain yourself as long as possible. Although that won't be the sustain game mode. Waves will be something similar to this, where there's enemies spawning in waves, but it'll be more similar to games like Transformers: War of Cybertron and games like that, where you have a little lull of time before the wave opens to do things like buy different weapons and kind of get yourself to a favorable position, and then the waves will spawn, and then you'll move around and stuff. The arenas will be more open. I already have a random level generation kind of routine set up, so I can randomly make an arena of a larger size than this, and of hopefully more pieces as well. I'll make different pieces. It works by basically selecting the different pieces of selecting the different pieces of arena that I've made. Like this is an octagonal one. It selects those and places them together to make more arenas, or to make rather a larger map. And so I can make little hallways and nooks and crannies and things. And I can still place, make interesting parts of, level design, like something that needs a switch or a key or different things like that, as well as, make the game random if I wanted to do that. So this is the game that I'm planning to do a lot with, and I'm planning to have a lot of content. I already have kind of a lot to pack into one video, so I'm going to cut it here and save what I have left and what I implement in the future for the next video. Alright then, thank you very much for watching, and watch out for a Valken devlog video coming up next. Alright, thank you very much for watching once again. I'm SolarLune, and as you can see in the top left corner at that blue bar, I've died several times already. Well, that's my cue. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Have fun.